I've got the light for this and the time before cooking dinner, so I'm gonna film it. I just got a Mammoth jacket from Michael at the Iron Snail. This isn't it. This is a North Sea clothing sweater. But I wanted to compare it with some other jackets that have throat latch collars in the jacket that it's replacing, because what Michael's done with some of these features is really, really interesting. So, this is the jacket it's replacing. It's replacing a Filson Cruiser in size 44. And it's always been, if I shake the sleeves out, they don't usually hang that way. It's a little big on me, but I use it as a work jacket. I climb in it, I prune trees and stuff, and I can layer under it, I can put a vest under it, I can put, saws and things in the pockets as I go, and I can stuff tools in the map pocket in the back, and it's been pretty good. This is a cruiser that I bought after I gave a friend my old Forest Service cruiser that was in a heavier weight wool. It was actually in 30-ounce wool. This one's in 24. And I gave away that one because I gained a bunch of weight when I got Lyme disease, and it didn't fit anymore. And he was about to go work a winter doing tree crew work for an electrical company. And I knew he was going to be cold and needed protection. So, and it would never fit me again. But I missed that one. And when I saw the specs on Michael's jacket, I got really excited because it was a heavier weight wool. The pockets are a little bigger, which always excites me. The sleeves were likely to be a much better match for me. And also, I've never liked the collar on this short little collar. This is not really functional. It's just an ornamental, normal collar, and I've always had to supplement it with a buff. But this is what the Mammoth looks like. I should probably crouch when I approach the camera just so you're not getting crotch. So this is a Mammoth in XXL. I think Michael should probably start doing numbered sizes because I am 5 foot, not quite 8 inches. I weigh about 180 pounds, and I don't feel like, although I do have somewhat broad shoulders for someone of my size, I don't feel like I should be an XXL. Notice how shoulder seams are falling just right. Length is very good. Length is very good. And I'll show the pockets side by side toward the end of the video, but they're like quite noticeably larger. They're really capacious. Someone's probably going to be interested to know what I ended up putting on this thingy. Thermometer, which is rather handy at times. And also, I stuck in here a pair of earplugs, because I often end up running machinery or using a chainsaw at unexpected times. But here's what I want to show you. That is the collar, and if I button it up, still breaking in the buttons. Oh, they feel nice though. I know Michael's proud of these buttons, and he should be. Is it easier to do it that way? I guess on camera it is. I mean, that is quite functional. I tried it out with one of my hats, and it's like an ear flap hat, and it went inside the collar. It like overlapped. But that is a very functional collar, and I have plenty of room in here. I don't feel tight. I could put a buff. I tried it earlier. I could put a buff under here, and it'd be no problem. So that is going to keep me really sealed up and protected. I'm really happy about that. But what's interesting about this collar, I have other Mackinac type jackets that, just making sure I'm still recording, yes. I have other Mackinac type jackets with throat latch collars, and I really want to emphasize for a moment the uniqueness of what Michael's done here with this design, because here's an old Woolrick moleskin lining And it's like their classic Mackinac with a throat latch collar. This will probably look slightly snug on me because I didn't buy this one in a size to layer a sweater this thick. This is my thickest sweater. So it'll probably, yeah, I can see in the silhouette in the camera, it's a little pear-shaped. I've also got a hat and gloves and extra gloves in the pockets here that I would normally put on when I put it on, but whatever. So if I put this one on, now this is a big throat latch collar, but watch how it sits when it's actually latched. See how it doesn't scarf, you know what I mean? It doesn't cover my face. It is like it's covering the bottom of my ears. It's a big one. But my face is unprotected. My throat is protected, but my face is not. And this is like one of the biggest throat latch collars I've seen. The other one I have is an old LL Bean. This one's also for a thinner sweater, so this is going to be tight for a moment, but I can show you the throat. In fact, I might just button it up at the top and not even button it all the way down, because you just need to see this part. I'll be faster anyway. So if I put this one on, same thing. This is like a very tall, it's covering my ears, a very tall throat latch collar. But look, I'm still exposed in the face. And I'm feeling the chill right now. It's probably like, it's still pretty warm out. It's like 17 degrees Fahrenheit out right now. But the sun is setting, so it feels a little cooler than that. So I can like feel the chill on my face. But if I go back to the Mammoth again, and I'll save you the time of buttoning the whole thing again, even though this one fits very well. But I have to get used to buttoning everything. I'm not used to everything yet. I mean, look at that. I can like hunker down in that. That feels really, really nice. And I've never really seen this before. So I'm super excited about it. It's everything I ever wanted. Like, it's every shortcoming of the Filson solved. It's heavier wool. Frankly, look at that drape. Like, look at the way it wrinkles and rolls. It fits my shoulders better, although that's a personal thing. And the next thing I'll show you is the pockets side by side. But I mean, this is it's better in every way. The stitching is noticeably better. The buttons are better. I had to re-sew all the buttons on the Filson because they were starting to tear off one by one, you know, as I would like do heavy work, climb trees and stuff in it. I haven't climbed trees in this yet, but I can tell that the buttons are sewn on a lot better than the Filson started out as. So I'm just going to be off camera for a moment because I have to lay something side by side. I'm going to lay these pockets side by side so you can see them. And then, I'm in selfie mode, so this will be tricky. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I can kind of see what I'm doing. That's the Filson pocket, the bottom pocket. That's the Mammoth. Filson, Mammoth. Filson, Mammoth. I mean, I can barely get my very small hands in there. And that's like swimming room for days. So, see if I can set that back up a bit. So, I mean, I'm going to put it back on because it's chilly out. I'm just so happy with this. But on top of that, I wanted to to point out the uniqueness of this design, because it doesn't look that unusual. Even when I've seen Michael wearing it in videos, it doesn't seem that unusual. But when you put this on, I think this video has shown how unusual this is, and it feels unusual even without it buttoned around my face. It's so far in front of my face that it's blocking the chill and forming an air pocket. It's just so comfortable. Like I say, the only funny-ish thing about it, I would maybe not call a 5'7" 3/4 person an XXL. This is a double XL. I actually initially, based on the measurements from the Filson, I ordered an XL, and that bound my shoulder movements too much. And the XXL is much better, which is good because, again, I will be climbing in this and sawing in fruit trees in this. But I probably shouldn't be an XXL. I wouldn't want there to be bigger gaps in the sizing, though. Like, this was, the gap between the XL and the XXL was a really good amount of space between sizes, which is why my only critique or recommend would be maybe go with numbered sizes, and then when you have the capital to be able to add sizes to that, do that. But I don't think there's a good way to start as small as Michael would like to start and then grow large and not get into like quadruple, quintuple, septuple XLs for like actually bigger men. So anyway, that's just my thoughts, but I love this. This is great. It feels so good, and I'm so pleased, and I wanted to talk about that with YouTube, so there you are.